In this video, we will look at how to create a governance automation approval process. Once logged into governance automation, click on Approval Process from the opening screen. On this page, you will see an existing approval process. Although approval processes are mandatory, an auto-approve process like the one shown here is possible, therefore allowing governance automation to complete the task without any approval. For the benefit of this video, we will go ahead and create a new approval process by clicking on the Create button. First step is to fill out the basic approval process information such as name, category, and stages. Let's call this approval process Standard 1 Stage. In the category selection, let's select Provisioning. In the stage selection, let's select one stage, but notice all the other options here. And also notice the other stage options for approval processes: auto approve, integration with other systems. For this demonstration, we will not use the CC option, so let's go ahead and click on the second page. On this page, our second step, we will now configure our approval stage. For the benefit of this video, we'll leave the default approval stage name as shown here. Next, we need to select to who this approval task will be assigned to. In the Assign To box, let's type John. On the presented list, select John Gagnon. Notice that you can also select multiple approvers and also select the type of approvals. Since approval processes generate governance automation end user tasks, you can determine how end users will get notified as shown here. We will simply use the default settings. Approval processes would not be completed without having a built-in duration and escalation procedure as shown here. By clicking on Enable and Escalation, you can build multiple scenarios. Let's create one. In the Add Escalation window, you can optionally set some reminders before the escalation kicks in, as shown here. Finally, below the Reminder section, we can set a duration and escalation process. First, let's determine how long this approval process should last. Let's set this to 5 days. Finally, let's set an escalation if ever this 5 days expires before someone addressed the approval process. In the escalation drop-down, select Notify. Since this escalation process could be dynamic, we will select a built-in variable simply by starting to type with the $sign. In the proposed drop-down field, let's choose Manager of Approvers. We will also keep the default email template and save this duration and escalation scenario. Notice now that we have a duration and escalation scenario configured. We can also edit and delete this scenario as well as create an additional scenario and reorder them as necessary. We have now completed our approval process configuration. We can now either save or save and activate this approval process. Let's go ahead and click on Save and Activate so our approval process is ready to be used in governance automation. We can now view our newly created approval process. You can also review these configurations by simply clicking on the approval process name. This will display the View Details window for a complete review of the configurations. This concludes our How to Create a Governance Automation Approval Process video.